Hello, welcome to a video all about health. Now first I want to get to the definition of health, but I want to understand your definition and I want you to understand. I want to share and connect. Like I said, this is all about self-care, growth, independence, self-freedom. And we get that from growing our understanding and sharing and connecting with others. So there is no right or wrong answer that I'm looking for here, but what I want you to do is just take a moment to really think, what's your perception and your perception. I don't want you to go on Google, look for the definition of health. I just want you to think, go into your own mind. Like I said, maybe pause this video, write the words health on a piece of paper, and underneath, write your definition. Try and keep it as short as possible, 1 to 2 lines. What is health? Now if you've paused the video and you're back, now we can share thoughts and see where your understanding is or what you think it is, because like a lot of people, we all want good health. Now if you struggled or you've had to even hesitate on what health is and how to define it, and I've spoke to a lot of people, what I like to do is, it's one I love, I've got a passion for health and wellness, so I like to ask people, what's the definition of health? If I meet them, I ask them, I say, what's your definition of health? Obviously at the appropriate time, but ask strangers, friends, family, and I'm met with a lot of hesitation. A lot of people even say to me, let me think about it and I'll come back to you. And I was like, there's no wrong answer. What do you think of it right now? And I struggle to get an answer back. And these are people trying to improve their health most of the time. People that are trying to have a good diet, healthy lifestyle. Who doesn't want to have better health? So if we can't define something clearly, precisely, accurately, how can we achieve it? How can we know what we're trying to get? Like lots of people are either in good or bad health or just keep going in between. And like I said, the key is right there. Health is a measurement. We use it as a measurement. We measure either you're in good health or bad health. Yeah, and like I said, and a lot of people go in between. They have good days and bad days. And who doesn't just want good days? Who doesn't want to have good days and then great days and keep going up and up and up that scale of greatness and goodness and a better quality of life for themselves, so they can have a better quality of life for others, serve others, be a part of a community with the energy and the function and the joy in life. So how do you get this? It's understanding health. Now I'm going to give you my perception. Like I said, disclaimer, I'm not a medical doctor, I'm not giving medical advice. I'm just sharing my own experiences, my perception. Because I've shared it with other people and it's helped them, and other people have shared with me and it's helped me so much. So I think it's only fair to share and connect. So my definition of health is the measurement of cell function and bacteria behavior. Yeah, cell function, bacteria behavior. We're made up of trillions of cells, and we're made up of trillions of bacteria, or should I say we have within us trillions of bacteria, but we're made of trillions of cells. And these two things contribute so fundamentally to our health and wellness that we need to understand them. We need to know about cells. And if you haven't checked out my video on cell regeneration, check it out after this one. I'll put a link in the disclaimer, and I'll put a link at the end of the video as well, so definitely check that out if you want to know more about cells. But go online, do research, understand what cells are, how they function, to get a better understanding of how you can optimize your health. Yeah, and then there's bacteria. Understanding, study bacteria, learn about the different bacteria. Bacteria is just not in your gut, it's on your skin, it's everywhere in your body. There's different bacteria that has different behavior. And once you know how they behave, you get to see what symptoms you have, if it's bacteria related to how they're behaving. Like I said, I'll go back to cells first. What we can take from cells is there's two crucial things about cells. The nutrition that's supplied, or the lack of. There's a deficiency in minerals or vitamins that aid to the function of the cell, and the supply of energy, the nerve connection. If your nerves are compromised to the cell, to their certain area, to an organ, to a muscle, whichever the area is, if there's slight compromise in energy supply, it's like having a dimmer switch turned down slightly, you're just not getting optimal flow. So having your nervous supply checked by a qualified practitioner is important, but you can have a look in the mirror. You know if you've got really bad posture, if you're hunchbacked, you know, if you've got a forward head carriage. Like I said, look in the mirror. Do your ears line up with your shoulders? This is a clear sign, they're meant to. Your ears should be in line with the shoulder. You can get someone to take a picture of you, stand relaxed, take a deep breath, ask someone to take a straight on picture of you and then take a sideways picture of you, and have a look at your shape and compare it. Just type in the human spine and look at pictures of how the posture should be, good posture, and see how well do you line up to that good posture. If it's not good, if it's clearly wrong, if your head's off to one side, yeah, if your shoulders are sloped, this is clear indication that there's going to be nerve compression. Like I said, so go get it checked out by either a competent chiropractor or a good osteopath. I'm going to do more detailed videos. I've already mentioned them a few times, but I'm going to tell you the difference between chiropractor and osteopath. So subscribe to make sure you're notified when that video comes out, and hit the little bell to make sure it gets an alert up on your phone. So when you see these people, they will give you an analysis of your central nervous system and of your body to look for imbalances, compromises, to help optimize your flow and function. Sometimes this can be quick, sometimes it can take several appointments. It depends on how severe the problem is, how long it's been there. But ultimately, it's about optimizing that nerve flow, getting that dimmer switch turned up, yeah, getting more voltage to your body so you get better connectivity to the cells. But if you're still lacking in minerals, if your diet's poor or your digestion's weak, you're going to get a deficiency, and you have a full power, and you're just not able to optimize the regeneration because you're deficient in certain nutrients, whether it's minerals or vitamins. And this can come from lack of food, or it can come from bacteria. If you've got a bacteria issue, if you know there's a few symptoms that you can look for that are obvious: bloating after eating, extreme gas, irritable bowels, if you've got food intolerances, these are all clear indications that there's a problem within your digestion. If all your friends are eating cheese and you have one bit and they all run out the room, this is a clear indication that there is a problem in your gut. Now, it could be nerve supply, but it's more than likely with this sort of intolerance that it's bacteria. So how can you correct bacteria? As I said, you can go see your medical doctor and ask for a stool sample, yeah, and have them ask and check what your bacteria is like. As I said, my videos, I have a disclaimer, I'm not giving medical advice. But the more we know, the more we can share with our doctors or other competent specialists, so we can communicate with them clearly. Take a burden off them, take a burden off ourselves, and get what needs to get done efficiently, quickly, so we can get into good health. So it's all about educating ourselves, so we can have a good, clear conversation with our doctors, with our specialists. So this is all part of self-care, just developing more self-knowledge, more awareness. Now I'm sharing what I know, and there's plenty of people out there that know a lot more than me. But I'm sharing these things because I didn't know these things many years ago. So if you're like me and this is new to you, I hope this helps you. Like I said, take notes, write it down, do some more research, and know that you can know a lot about your own health and really optimize it and get it so good. You won't believe how much control you have over your own health, and how well and how great and how joyful you can feel just by optimizing your cells and your bacteria level, especially the bacteria. There's bacteria in your gut that produces chemicals that help with your serotonin and dopamine levels, which are your sort of feel-good and sleeping hormones. Yes, if you're feeling really miserable, if you've got mood imbalances, if your emotions are all over the place, this is sometimes a clear indication of a bacterial problem. As I said, there's one particular bacteria that its byproduct of its process, it eats certain things in your gut that you eat, and it basically poops out B vitamins. So you get B vitamins, especially B12, from this one, which is energy. This is what we use for energy. A lot of people supplement with these or get injections for B12. Have you checked your bacteria levels? Have you optimized your gut to make sure it's a good environment? That's key. It's a certain acidity level that's needed in the gut to have the perfect bacterial environment, like having a fish tank. Anyone that's ever had a fish tank, if your gut is like that, you've got to keep it at the right pH, you've got to keep that environment clean, and you've got to keep it flowing. Like I said, you should be going to the toilet every single day. It surprises me how many people go once a week. Yeah? Drop a comment, let me know how many times you go to the toilet, if you really want. But no, comment with anything to do with health, any questions. Let me know if any of this is helpful. If it's new information, it'd be lovely to know. If you just want to tell me what country you're in, where you're watching this from, drop it in the comments. So, and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get them subscribers up, get them likes up, and help share this information. If you find it valuable, someone else will find it valuable as well. And it's all about that sharing and connecting. So I just want to grow this channel. Help people understand their own health, their own self-worth, their own self-love, and their own independence and freedom within. So crucial, that especially at this time, that we have that. Like I said, this information is key, knowing how to optimize your cells and bacteria. Now what you can do yourself for bacteria is make your own probiotics. If you've never heard of a probiotic, it's basically the opposite of an antibiotic. An antibiotic you take to kill bacteria. A probiotic you take to supply new bacteria. Now you can buy them in pill form from health stores and shops and online, or you can make your own. This is my favourite preference, is to make your own. Sauerkraut especially is really good. You can make kimchi. So there's cultures all around the world, European countries, Korea, that make kimchi, sauerkraut. And it's been tradition for a long time to have a bit with every meal. Because they understand, and their grandfathers and great-grandfathers and tradition has passed this down as key to making them feel good, digest their food well, and live productive, healthy lives. I've been to Korea, and I went into the villages, and I went into some temples, and I went to some places where I saw jars and jars and jars of kimchi everywhere. That's all they're doing, fermenting it. And to be honest, I was disgusted at the time. I saw it and I was like, oh, rotten food. It's like, why are they eating rotten food for? I didn't understand. This is where my health was many years ago. I literally couldn't understand why they're eating rotten smelling food. It stunk, and to me it was just someone's rotting their food. They leave it out in the sun in a big clay pot, and I was like, this is crazy. I tasted some, I didn't like it back then. I do enjoy sauerkraut now. It took me a while to sort of get used to the taste. Now I really enjoy it, and I especially enjoy making it because it's like a nurturing, loving process. You have to grow it, take care of it, and then you get the rewards of eating it. Now it doesn't come quick. Don't expect to eat a jar of sauerkraut and have all your gut problems fixed, all your mood problems fixed. You're probably, if you do that, you're going to have the runs, you're going to have a lot of gas, and you probably never want to eat it again. So take it slow and take it smart. Yeah? So you add a spoon to your diet every day. After the first week, try adding a spoon with every meal. And get used to this habit of just getting in probiotics at least every day for the beginning, for a month. Then you can back off a little and just have it now and then with your food. You don't have to have it every single day, but if you do include sauerkraut, kimchi, and even kefir, unless you're a vegan and you don't want the dairy, but there is water kefir. But even kefir is great. You can add different forms, and just go online and look for probiotics, how to make your own. Really recommend that you start adding probiotics to your life. So change your flora, change your bacteria. Like I said, and optimize your acidity levels in your gut. That comes from eating alkaline foods, more greens, more veggies, a little lemon in your water. These sort of things really help. And apple cider vinegar, if you've never heard of that, you can make it yourself as well, but it's available and it's fairly cheap. And you just have a tablespoon before a meal, especially if you've got like acid reflux or something. It helps get the acid in the stomach and helps digest your food. But even though it's acidic, it actually alkalizes once it gets into the gut. It actually helps alkalize your gut. Same as lemon, it's acidic, but it alkalizes the gut and helps absorption of food and balances that pH. Sorry if I'm sweating and gleaming. As usual, it's extremely hot here. So getting that bacteria optimized, like I said, diet, pH level, and probiotics. Just watch them things and that will help with your bacteria. Make sure you go to the toilet every day. So it may take you a week to just change your diet around, add the probiotics, and maybe you'll start becoming more regular. Look up insoluble and soluble fiber, these will help as well. Knowing them two differences will really help with your digestion and going to the toilet. And get your nerve supply checked. Nerve supply is so important. Your body coordinates and functions depending on your nerves and your nerve supply from your central nervous system. So if you've got a lot going on in your brain and your body's not listening, if you've got that sort of just so much you want to do, but sometimes you just don't have the energy, or you're just struggling to move, you make a noise when you get up, you make a noise when you lay down. This is a chance, there's a lot of tension in the muscles and you've had a lot of nerve compression for a long time. So you need to get this checked. I hope this gives you understanding on health and gives you a little bit more information into the knowledge you already have. Knowledge is power. Power is a force. How we choose to use that force is where our wisdom comes in. So I hope this helps give you some force into your actions to live a healthier, better life. Take care of yourselves, take care of your bacteria, and life will take care of itself. Much love and have a great day wherever you are and whoever you are.